everyone, I'm Jason Kaplan, and he's Maxman, and this is The Hot Drop, a podcast brought to you by PUBG Mobile Esports. The PUBG Mobile Global Open main stage will be kicking off on April 5th, and we have our 3 champions of the PUBG Mobile Global Championship with IHC, S2G, and NOVA all set to compete on the main stage of our very first PMGO.
For our very first topic of the podcast, we're going to be focusing on our 2 behemoth teams entering into PMGO. We're going to be looking at IHC, our current PMGC champions, and Alpha 7, which of course got 3rd place, but are going to be playing on home soil this time around. I think that playstyle of IHC is going to be highly successful. So if I had to pick one of those 2 teams that I think their playstyle might work well in this tournament, IHC, with how many eliminations they've been able to get in the past, I think could be the ones to maybe take the cake here in this tournament.
Well, Maxman, you're talking about IHC and Alpha 7. I'm going to talk to you about NOVA and S2G, our other 2 winners from our previous PMGCs that we've had in the past. Keep in mind, NOVA, 2-time winner. And Maxman, keep in mind, at PMGC, after the event was over, we had Pairboy commentating at the event. He posted on Instagram talking about how he is going to be back next year. Now, what's one way to do that? By obviously starting off the year strong, taking home PMGO over back to China. But of course, their opponents, one of the teams they're going to be looking out for, it's got to be S2G, who's had some major roster swaps, right? We've had Silas coming out of the roster, but Kelsey, he's got to be the man to step up for his team, generally being the star of the roster, but dealing with the additional pressure on his shoulders now. It's going to be tough, but I'm hoping with now See You Later on the team, it's kind of give them a little bit of revival and some extra drive to perform yet again this year.
Well, Jason, we're done talking now about all the big teams that we expect to do well, like your Novas, your IHC, etc. I want to bring our attention to a more dark horse team that's going to be entering in PMGO, and that is going to be Boom Esports, our current PMSL SEA Spring 2024 champions that, just for you guys that didn't quite catch that tournament, you have massive teams in that region like Alter Ego, BTR, FaZe, Vampire Esports, Infinity, Deep Xavier, and I'm just skipping a lot of the other teams, but that is just how stacked of a lobby that actually is. So the fact that Boom Esports came out on top of that is already an achievement on its own, but where they really stand out is in 2 points in particular. One is how consistent they were in the league stage. They were just doing well week after week after week, and in the finals, sure, they can have a few bad games here and there where they still get eliminations, but where they are truly scary, Jason, is when they reach the late game. They get so many placement points and especially eliminations because they always get to those strong central positions on the map. So if they can do that in PMGO, chances are they might be able to perform really well.
Well, Max, that takes care of our main event teams, but we still have the prelims to get through. And looking into this event, who are you keeping your eye on?
It's a tough one because all of the teams in the prelims are highly skilled, but I have 2 in mind. One is going to be, I think that everyone's going to be looking at them, is Vampire Esports, which I want to see if they can beat here, Jason. And my second team is going to be Influence Rage, a local Brazilian team with my boy Federal that I do expect to be able to do great things on that stage. And especially, it's a local tournament. They've only ever won, Jason, local tournaments like your America's Championships. So if there's a chance they can win finally a big event, their biggest event yet, I think this might just be the one.
Empire? I'm going Liquid. We're going to find out as April 5th is coming up very soon. Make sure you guys tune into the PUBG Mobile Global Open, and I hope you guys enjoy.